What's going on, Skylines players? So guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I start my city perfectly every single time. I've had a lot of people asking me on stream how they start the city without going broke or making their citizens eat their own shit. I'm going to show you today, guys, how to manage your money and your finances at the start of the game so that you can have a really good start and you can start your creativity adventures as soon as possible. For the sake of this tutorial, we're going to be using Lagoon Shore. And I am going to be using left-hand traffic because I'm in Australia. If you do drive on the right-hand side of the road, please flip everything that I do as far as road layouts are concerned. We're going to name this one Cutest City Ever because it's dedicated to you guys. All right, so you're going to start off with $70,000. The first step, number one, is to draw the tiniest little piece of road that you can and then delete it. No, I am not kidding. It unlocks a couple of these extra road pieces, which are really, really helpful for the start of the game. We are then going to exit this off because we don't want that junk on our screen at all. Before we do any of this, guys, is to go over to your economy tab and drop down all of these budgets. Okay, now I'm telling you, this is super important. Drop it down to 50%. You don't want to be overpaying when you get your infrastructure in. Next, I'm going to get the one-way highway. I'm going to draw out 2 lines and across a little bit more, and then we're going to connect that there. Okay, so essentially they can come into the city and then they can go out. If you are driving on the other side of the road, you want to come in this way and you want to go out that way. Next, using the same one-way road, I'm going to draw a cool little roundabout. Very cool. On the other side, we're going to do an even cooler little roundabout. Ah, very cool. Okay, now I want you to grab your freeform road tool, come over to your highway, click and drop out about a 45-degree angle. It doesn't really matter too much. If it snaps to 53, you know, you got to be happy with that. Click, drag up just a little bit, and we're going to connect it to the roundabout. This does not have to be perfect, guys. The idea here is that you generate some income so that you can start to redo your city and make it look really, really cute. So you have traffic going in here, and you have traffic coming out there. Next, I am going to grab my 2-lane road that is non-one-way, and we're going to connect the top of the highway to each of the roundabouts. Very exciting. Now that we have our binoculars set up, we are going to start with our main roads. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to do my residential. Like I said, if you drive on the right-hand side of the road, do your residential over this side. It just makes the traffic flow a little bit better. I'm going to draw this out by 2. We're going to go up by 1, and then I'm going to bring it back to the center to create a 45-degree angle, and then delete these. I'm going to extend this one by another 2, and we're going to draw out some residential. Huge tip here, guys. I see a lot of Cities Skylines players going and creating roads off their main streets. So you don't want to have heaps of intersections on your main street. I recommend doing one like this, and then draw a parallel to your main road. So I'm just going to go and put that there and go out a little bit further. So we're going to start gridding here. Keep it nice and symmetrical for the start of the game if you want to, before you do any freeform stuff. Going to have another grid. This is going to hit the edge of the map, so I am going to connect that here. So essentially your traffic is going to come along the main road, go in here, and they're all going to drive around this space and not on the main road. You can extend out here as well once you start to need a little bit more residential. I'm going to place 1 block in there just for the sake of it, like that. Okay, residential is going to go in. We do need to also consider some shops as well. You can get away early game with putting some shops on the main road, but I would recommend that you change them eventually. I'm going to put a little bit of shop there, a little bit of shop here, and then we're going to head over to this side. I'm going to draw this one straight out. We're going to have a singular exit on both sides once again, and then I'm going to grid for some industrial space. Boom, Bob's your uncle. Some industrial space is now in there. So this is what we have to start off our game. Now, we need power and electricity, so we should do that. I'm going to show you what I do every single time, exactly the same, to maximize profit. So we're going to grab the electricity and we're going to drop that into somewhere in the industrial area. I'm then going to run a power line across the road. and connect it to where the residential area is sitting. They're going to build in here first. So once that starts to connect, that's going to be powered. I'm also going to run a power line into the first roundabout here and drop in a water tower. So it's important to note that if your water tower is too close to your industrial area, you will get pollution in your water, which you definitely don't want. I'm going to put it here and have it powered from here. Next, I'm going to draw out my water pipes. I know some people really like to have everything super organized. So if you want to, you can make sure that your water pipes make sense. Now, before you go and start the game, you need to be sure that you've got some treatment plant as well. If you are dropping in a water drain pipe, make sure that the direction of the water is traveling away from your city. Drop it in there, and now you've got to make sure that you power it as well. So let me see if I can fit this in here. Maybe not, no. All right, we'll go across the road here. Like that. And then we're gonna drop a pipe in. So that's the outgoing pipe. So all the bad water is gonna travel out here. Okay, so the checklist. The budget is done. We have residential space, we have commercial space, and we have industrial space. We have a water tower that is currently servicing all of this stuff here. It is powered. We have electricity powering the waste, sewerage. We have electricity powering all of the industry areas as well. I believe we are ready to hit play. Okay guys, so now as you can see, our money is starting to hit the green, which is absolutely fantastic. We have people moving into our city and we still have a surplus of about $5,000 dues. Now the green bar down here is becoming pretty high, so we are going to go in and start gridding out some more residential space. The idea is that you want to make sure you've got people moving in to accommodate for that income. So I'm going to drop in some more residential, and I'm also going to jump over to the water tab and just make sure we've got coverage. Now there's a couple of really important tips that are coming up soon that definitely need to be considered. Once you hit the next level, which is Little Hamlet, you are going to unlock 3 various services that you need to put in, as well as taxes, guys. So this is very, very important. I'm going to show you now. Keep your game paused, jump over to your economy tab, and you want to go to taxes and change everything to 12%. Do not forget to do this, guys. It'll give you a massive boost in cash. Go to your budget tab and drop everything down to 50%. Now, we want to make sure that we do garbage first, because garbage will pile up pretty quickly. Now, I like to put my garbage somewhere where I know that it can sit, because you can't just delete a garbage facility. You have to empty it first. So I'm going to place that there because I'm not going to build on this industrial area anymore. I'm going to be building up here further. I'm then going to go to healthcare, grab a medical clinic and place it in here. Now, this will mean I can't afford a school, but providing everything goes right, I should be able to afford it very, very soon. So they're building here. I'm going to press play. We are still in the positive for money, and we are getting some more residential space in here. All right, now, very, very important, guys. At this point in the game, you're probably going to see some of these electrical signs popping up, and you're also going to see water signs popping up as well. Now, most people freak out and they go and build, you know, more electricity and stuff. But remember, we lowered down the budget. So if you come over here to your information panel and look at your electricity, you're going to see that the availability is now in the red, which means that it can't support these houses. If you go over to your economy and up your budget to about 70%, I want to show you what that's going to do when we unpause. So we have this currently. I'm going to unpause. And then boom, because we've allowed for more budget, it's now more available. It's going to be the same with water. So water is popping up now as well. Let's go over to the budget panel and hit 70%. And there we go. Water availability is now much higher. So essentially that's going to happen up until you get your budget to about 100% on each of those. Okay, so we've just hit 10,000. I'm going to grab the elementary school. And I'm going to place it over here. Okay, we've just hit Worthy Village. This is the last steps I'm going to show you for this tutorial, guys. You should be able to go forward from here and start to really build up your city. So once again, pause your game, head over to your budget, drop down all of the new buildings that you have. You will get to a point where you don't really need to worry about it too much. But for now, you just want to do that to save as much money as possible. Now we do need a fire station. And we also need a police station. That's what you unlock in these ones here. And we can afford both of them, which is fantastic. Okay, guys, at this point, I've just realized I've made a mistake. This piece here needs to be a non-one-way street. So please fix that in your games as well. The garbage trucks essentially couldn't get over here. I was wondering why this was happening. They can't get over here. So now they're going to travel up here, round the roundabout, straight across here, and they're going to join up with this one. Awesome. And then the last step before you continue on is once you start to see the electricity and water problems again, you can then go and put your budgets up to 100% and basically leave it. And then all you need to do is just manage these things slightly. Don't go and place in, 100 police stations in each suburb because the green area isn't spreading that far. Just remember that we've adjusted the budget and you need to increase that budget to increase the space that is utilized. Guys, that is it for today. That is a really basic tutorial on how to get to level 3 really quickly and just have your city bringing in some profit so that you can start to be creative with it. If this video was helpful, guys, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and like as well. It really helps out the channel that I'm trying to grow. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I might see you around on my stream one time. Links down in the description. See you later, guys.